maybe like 10 minutes, something like that way.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Good goal to have.
Now.
Hi, everybody. Marie Reyes here with Real Housewives of Dallas for our episode 2 post-show recap. I hope everybody really enjoyed this episode this week. I know we had an amazing time. I loved it so much I decided to completely reenact my outfit from Mad Hatter's last year because this was such a great event, and as you can see, a lot of drama unfolded on screen related to the hat choices, which we'll talk about in a minute. First off, I want to say that it was so incredibly nice of Brandi to give her time to help teach Sophia some dance. It was so sweet of her, and it made such an impression on Sophia. She routinely asks about Brandi and how Brandi's doing, and she just felt it was really, really special that she had a professional cheerleader come and spend time with her dancing. And, you know, as far as that shocked look on my face when Brandi and Stephanie are in the kitchen and we just finished doing the dance lesson, honestly, I just didn't have any idea what was gonna come out of her mouth. I had a feeling it was gonna be something about the conversation that she had with Leanne on my couch that night, but I wasn't sure what to expect. So that like, the look of terror on my face was like, oh gosh, what's coming? She did not need to apologize to me. It was very, very nice that she did, but in reality, the issue was between Leanne and Brandi, and it happened to take place on my couch, but that was, you know, that was the only commonality I had to the situation. So certainly no apology, as far as I'm concerned, was needed. But I give Brandi big props. She has some cojones. I mean, that took a lot of effort and balls to decide to, you know, to make that hat completely about poop. And I like the way Stephanie phrased it. She's like, well, you know, it's not quite something I would do because, you know, I feel like it might be a little too much for us for the charities that we're involved in. But for Brandi, I think it's great. So I love that she did it. I thought it was really fun. She took the theme and just went in a wacky direction with it. And so many people were complimenting her that didn't even know what was on her hat, which made it even more funny. Anyway, no harm was intended, and it was supposed to be a silly joke. And hopefully the majority of the people there felt, you know, felt that it was, you know, just a silly, you know, way to take the theme for that year. So anyway, the theme was April in Paris. So I did the can look, obviously, but she saw amazing, amazing hats, and it was, it's always a great event. In fact, it's coming up again this Thursday at the Dallas Arboretum, the Women's Council that raises funds for the Dallas Arboretum, and it's amazing, amazing fashion. They do a show usually highlighting 2 or 3 designers each year, and it's great. I love fashion.
The question that came through with that is, who designed your outfit?
Oh my gosh, my outfit was designed by a local girl named Jessie Thaxton. She is so talented. I saw her runway collection at the Pin Show, which is for up-and-coming designers to show off their skills, and I bought the entire collection. I mean, she stole the show from me. Her designs are so she's just such a talent. So anyway, I was really proud that I got to wear this because it fit the theme so perfectly, and she just already happened to have it.
Someone has a skincare question?
Sure, I'll take a swing. What is it?
Oh, could you ask that again? It actually went away. But I think it was, what is your recommendation, a skincare regime for men?
Oh my gosh, men don't need to do anything differently than women do. Men's skincare should be the same essentials I talked a little bit about last week. Sunscreen is extremely important. Apply it every day, regularly. Make sure that if you're in the sun, like golfing or boating or anything like that, that you always reapply every 2 hours, because it does break down over time. And the other things I say are the same as my rag storages. I mean, always a retinol at night, an antioxidant in the morning and throw a little growth hormone or peptide in there, and you're golden. You don't need any more than that. You can get more creative with eye creams and masks and all kinds of stuff, but if you just do those 4 things, you've got it covered.
The next question that came through with that was, do you have a skincare line yourself?
Yes, I do. Rags to Riches. So I just touched on that a little. RAGS is an acronym. The R is for retinol. The A is for antioxidants. The G is for growth factor and peptides, and the S is for sunscreen. So RAGS. Rags to Riches. In other words, if you start using those 4 products, your skin is going to go from rags to riches.
Someone just came through and asked what it was like to film your interview.
Oh, I think I was the worst interview participant in the history of the franchise. I didn't know what to expect, and I completely thought it was like a deposition. So when they were asking me questions, I literally felt like I was in court, and I had to answer them, by the book and straight-faced, and it was terrible. It was so terrible. My first interview was terrible. I got into the swing of it as we filmed and as the show went along, but yeah, I had a lot to learn. I didn't understand the purpose of the interview. Like, no one told me it was for color commentary. I just thought I was supposed to say what really happened. Anyway, enough about that, sorry.
Do you know any women from the other franchises?
I've never met them. No, I've never met any of the ladies. I saw Countess LeeAnne in Malibu last summer, but of course I don't know her, so.
Someone said, when are we going to get to see you holding a star with your tagline?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, you guys. I hope season 2, if ratings are great and you guys love it as much as we did, hopefully we will have, me up there with a star of my own.
One of them that came through a little bit ago, 2 of them, do you feel that Leanne is genuine in these last 2 episodes, and moving forward, what can you say about her being genuine? And also someone just asked if your house is historic.
Okay. Leanne is being very true to herself in these episodes, to be honest. She really likes doing nonprofit work. She enjoys the events immensely. She has a passion for going to events and being part of the charity scene. So that is all truly authentic. There was no, making that into something more than it really is for her. She's pretty jazzed about the organizations that she participates in.
What can we expect from the rest of the show?
For the rest of the show, I think you're going to continue to see some nonprofit charity events. I can't act as if you're not. But you're also going to get to see, a little bit more about each character as we dive deeper into everybody's personal lives, and as the girls get to all know each other more. So each week there'll be a little bit more intimacy. I felt personally moved a lot by episode 2 tonight. The interaction between Brandi and her mother, for me, was very touching, very personal. I could definitely feel the emotion in that scene quite a bit. So I think you're just going to see more and more of that as we move throughout the season.
Do you think Brandi took it too far, or Carrie put in the poop in Leanne's chair?
Oh my goodness. I don't think she took it too far. I think with her personality, it was like spot on. That is classic Brandi for doing something that's kind of makes people think, and she's trying to elicit some type of reaction. That was what she was going for. Her whole idea was to see, I wonder if people are gonna like my hat, and look what we did. We spent almost a whole night talking about her hat. So, she was right. She made the choice, and it turned out beautifully for her. Everybody was talking about that hat. So, I personally couldn't have made that choice, but the truth is I'm no good with a glue gun. So I couldn't have done that even if I tried. So yeah, I'm totally cool with her hat. I think at the time it was a little overwhelming. I'll just put it that way. It was a little overwhelming to take in, but I like the fact that she went there and wasn't afraid to take a theme and just make it silly.
Speaking of themes, there was a comment that came through that wanted to see a collaboration of you and Carrie. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. Carrie and I actually have the most in common of everybody on the show. We're both nurses. We both work in aesthetic medicine. And we both have little girls. So interestingly enough, Carrie and I naturally will get to spend and get to know each other a lot better. We vacationed together over Thanksgiving in Mexico, which was really fun. So, there's a lot of getting to know Carrie as the season goes by. There'll be a lot more of Carrie and I together, and I would love to collaborate with her on something, because we work in the same industry, but we work a little differently. So she focuses more on surgery, and I focus a little more on the injectables. But obviously they go hand in hand. So it'd be really cool if we could do something.
What can you say about filming here, or is there more filming done in your home? And do you only have one cat?
Back to the cats. We filmed a lot in this house, and I forgot, somebody asked about historical nature of the house. No historical stories that I have. My husband did buy this property in the 90s, and then we actually, because my husband's best friend's a builder, we have made many alterations to the existing home since we've been here. So, but nothing historic that I'm aware of. We did film here a lot. It was a very easy place to film. We had a lot of large common areas, and the staircase is great. It was a great location for us, and it was fun. I enjoyed having everybody here.
Will you be at the reunion?
I'm told I will be at the reunion. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We haven't even been told when the reunion is yet, but I anticipate being there because I become pretty important to the storyline as we move forward. So I can't imagine that they wouldn't want me at the reunion.
So last question here. If you could pick a tagline, can you mention what that tagline is?
Okay, put me on the spot for a tagline. Didn't I have this question once already, but I came up with one? I feel like, I don't know. If you hold still long enough, you're going to get beautified. I'll stick with that. I can probably make it a little bit better, but something to that effect. Like, don't stand still very long around me or you're going to get a makeover. All right, awesome, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching our episode 2. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. Kisses. I'll see you next week.
And there you go. There you go.
Hats off. Hats off to you.